Hey everyone, welcome back to Blendverse Review, and today I brought another Jurassic World figure. As you see, it's from Mattel, Strike and Roar Giganotosaurus. So, I'm just gonna say it's a pretty cool looking figure, but I'm not so sure when it comes to the action feature, because it looks kinda dumb, should I say, but yeah, I mean, this was one of my long wanted figure anyways, so yeah, I was gonna get the Beckle Spinax as I posted the poll so that you guys can, raise your voice to either say yes or no to the Beckle Spinax review, but yeah, received a pay from really, such a non-mannered buyer from one of my action figure. Posting in Facebook, I had a bit of conflict with the buyer. Yeah, she was keep postponing the payment, dude. It was hassle. After the long argument for about a week it lasted, finally got it last night. So yeah, here we are. This is what I got. So yeah, once Beckle Spinax comes back in stock soon, and I will constantly try to hunt for the figure in the future, somewhere around in 2 weeks or so. So yeah. So I'm not a big fan of the packaging because it's kind of cut at the backside. It is how it's supposed to be, but really floppy and not that protective from any scuffs and marks. I mean, when it comes to Mattel Jurassic World figures, if it's not fully packaged for big figures like this, I literally do get upset quite frequently with them because, yeah, aforementioned, it's not that protective from scuffs and marks. I have a tiny bit scuff already from this new product, but something minor, not that bad. But yeah, that's the back side of the box, so it looks quite simple, nothing much. Okay, now I brought this bad ass looking figure over here, so yeah, well, what should we talk about first? Yes, let's get straight to the details. So, really nice coloring on this figure. I really do like how they managed to put these dark kind of looking painting all over the figure, because that's the very base color of the Giganotosaurus from this Dominion version. Nice yellow eye, nice looking pupils as well. Really like how sharp it looks, if you know what I mean. But yeah, really nice texturing for a Strike and Roar figure. Yeah, it looks quite good. I mean, the teeth is all made out of soft rubbery plastic, so definitely safe for kids to play with. Inside, not the best, not the worst, but I really like the texturing, how it's done for the tongue. And you look at it from the front, it looks quite kinda goofy, I would say, but it still looks pretty cool. Nice nose too, and I like how these black patterns are kind of random for all of these final products. And yeah, I don't know why even the Colossal one, they have randomized these kind of white wash all over the figure. There were only 2 of them in stock in the store that I went this morning, and I wanted to get the one where it doesn't have much of a white wash all over the face. This was the one, so I picked it up, and I was quite happy with the painting when it comes to the head sculpt on this figure. So it looks really nice and sharp. Yeah, I know this is not the most scientifically accurate Giganotosaurus, of course. I mean, it's Jurassic World series. So yeah, nice black wash all over the neck, and at the bottom of the neck, really nice texturing too. I'm quite surprised with that. And this top part over here, these like black spiky things you see on over the neck, is actually made out of soft rubber, so definitely safe for kids to play with. I really am not a big fan when it comes to the rubbery materials they use for Mattel figures, but it's not really for an adult collectors. It's more of a kid's playing toy, so I don't really mind too much, but yeah, just not my taste when it comes to rubbery materials. And what I don't like about the proportion over here is how you have to put this Giganotosaurus posed for it to stand without looking too much goofy. So this is the problem. Because it has a strike and roar feature, if you just let it be, it will tilt the body sideways like that, and it really doesn't look that great. You cannot move it. It's the articulation on this thing is super limited because it moves diagonally like that. So it spins and moves, but let's get to the feature after we get into the detail. But yeah, it's not a whole ball joint. You cannot do any swivel or anything, so that's kind of unfortunate. And really nice sculpting on the arm too. Obviously not painted. Claws for the forearm, kind of. I mean, that's classic Mattel thing. So yeah, it's kind of cool. And let me just move my phone on my own. So the texturing on the body and the leg is just insane compared to the head sculpting and the tail and things. This is the best part when it comes to this figure. This leg part and the body at the side of the stomach has the best sculpting for the real kind of feelings, skin texturing. So that's kind of cool. And another random white-ish wash on the knee. Nice claw, nicely painted claws, and really nice texturing on the feet too. And yes, the new claws are not painted, of course, classic Mattel thing again. This part of these spiky black spines, should I say, which I believe they don't actually have it in real life, but this is not soft rubber, this is actually hard plastic, which I appreciate, but this is soft rubber again. But this is the button you have to press for the action feature. And yes, I do have tiny white scuff over here already. It's a new figure, so open packaging. Yeah, please consider to change. Or maybe they are trying to reduce the amount of plastic they use for the packaging, which is good for, you know, reducing global warming and things. But yeah, either way, I don't mind too much. Another white random wash on top of the tail. And yeah, another black patterns, random things. I really do wish the tail was much longer, maybe couple 2 or 3 extra centimeters all the way to the tip of the tail, because it looks fine, but would have been better. The tail is kind of short for my taste, not too short, way better than the Baryonyx one, but it's kind of short. I mean, if they actually gave it an extra 2 or 3 centimeters of the tail, would have been better for my taste. And if you want to scan the code for the app on the phone, yeah, please feel free to pause the video. Okay, let's get to the action features. So it has 2 different action features. The first one is really weird. This rubbery black part at the back on top of the leg near it is. So yeah, here we go. It moves diagonally, and I like how it jumps when it moves. It's to its right side, but why? Okay. So according to the package, right, you want the figure, this Giganotosaurus to, you know, what is it? I can't talk. Let me start over. So according to the package, they want you to put small another dinosaur figurines from Mattel or whatever the company it is inside the Giganotosaurus jaw and do the strike action with whatever the button I just pressed. But if that's the case, I mean, because it's a kid's toy, quite impressive. But not the best pose it gives you for just displaying on the shelf. I mean, you definitely do not want to display your dinosaur in this kind of pose. It looks quite weird. It doesn't even properly face forward. It's kind of tilted, you know. And yeah, at the extra feature, there's a button at the back side of here as well, which gives you it's quite different sound. So that is kind of cool. That's actually the only feature I like about this figure, not the goofy looking, this chomping action. Not a big fan of it. You know what it looks like? Check this out. But yeah, not the best. Not the worst either, I would say. But yes, chomping action, moving jaw, the arms go front and back, and this is not a ball joint, you saw it moving diagonally. The legs do go forward and backward, insane. This has 360 rotation on the feet, and the tail. I don't know why they decided to make the joint like this. It's not, they don't even have a swivel or anything. It's just stuck horizontally, so when it comes to tail joints, that looks like these, it usually has a flip-in action feature so that you can move the tail sideways by pressing the button. One of the T-Rex figure I have back in my other home has that feature. I forgot the exact name of the figure, but you press the button at the back side of the T-Rex, the tail will do these wiggly moves, but this is not the case. They could have done some kind of ball joint and extended the tail as I aforementioned for another 2 or 3 centimeters. I really do not know why they went after this joint, but not the best, honestly. So if you put this Giganotosaurus next to these Canon 93 classic figure, and next to this, what is this one, the extreme damaged T-Rex, the scale between them are quite impressive. I like how Giganotosaurus is slightly bigger, but lengthwise they're legit almost similar. And yes, extension of the tail piece for this Giganotosaurus would have made it much better, but that's not the case. But I really do like the scale between these two over here, so that's kind of impressive. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll come back with another review.